We saw in the previous episode that global warming is a major threat to our way of life. It is the job of government to protect its citizens. So what are our governments doing to avoid these risks? Scientists estimate that a rise in global mean temperature of more than 2 degrees Celsius will have serious consequences for humanity. So, in the Copenhagen conference in 2009, 115 world leaders agreed on a long-term goal to limit the maximum global average temperature increase to no more than 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. There was, however, no agreement on how to do this in practical terms, but they agreed to review the situation again in 2015, and this led to another meeting of world leaders in Paris in December 2015, and here 195 world leaders pledged to reduce carbon output as soon as possible. The result has been highly criticised as consisting of promises but not firm commitments. In January 2016, 11 of the world's leading climate scientists wrote to The Independent, a UK newspaper, and their letter began as follows. The hollow cheering of success at the end of COP21 agreement proved yet again that people will hear what they want to hear and disregard the rest. What people wanted to hear was that an agreement had been reached on climate change that would save the world while leaving lifestyles and aspirations unchanged. What they disregarded were the deadly flaws lying just beneath its veneer of success. As early as the third page of the draft agreement is the acknowledgement that its carbon dioxide target won't keep the global temperature rise below 2 degrees Celsius, the level that was once set as the critical safe limit. The solution it proposes is not to agree on an urgent mechanism to ensure immediate cuts in emissions, but to kick the can down the road by committing to calculate a new carbon budget for a 1.5 degrees Celsius temperature rise that can be talked about in 2020. So, our governments cannot agree how to reduce carbon emissions, and they certainly cannot do it in the required timescale. So, each one of us needs to change our lifestyle today if we are going to save the planet from terrible consequences. So how can you and I reduce our carbon footprints? Here are some suggestions from the United States Environment Protection Agency and the United Nations. You should change at least 5 of your most commonly used traditional light bulbs in your home for low energy bulbs. In addition, switch off your lights when they're not needed. More than half the energy we use in our homes is for heating, so if we could reduce this, it would have a major effect. You can do this by installing thermostats to control the temperature of your home automatically and adjust the temperature to match your needs. All of the energy we use for heating eventually escapes from our homes. If you insulate your home, you will slow that escape and so reduce your energy use, thereby both saving the planet and reducing your bank deficit. Recycle as much as possible. Paper and plastics can be widely recycled and collected from your home. Other items, such as clothes, can be reused by other people. Think about how you could reduce your use of water. Stopping leaks is an obvious way, but there are other ways too. Fitting a modern dual flush toilet system could have a large effect. Power showers use far more water than normal showers, sometimes even more than a bath, so perhaps it would be best to avoid them. Also, short showers are preferable to long ones, and is it really necessary to have a shower every day? If you have a garden, compost the waste rather than burning it. Try to buy electricity from a supplier who uses solar or wind to generate their energy. If you drive, go easy on the accelerator and brakes. Driving at a steady speed uses less energy. Swap your vehicle for one which is more energy efficient. Ensure your vehicle is serviced regularly. It will not only be more efficient and safer, but will last longer. Try walking instead of using a car. It's wonderful exercise as well as not polluting the environment. Or how about using a bicycle, or public transport, or both? Personal contact is the best way of spreading the message. If you are successful in what you are doing, tell your family and friends about it and try to stimulate them into doing something.